Hey, what's going on? Peace and power elevation be to all of you. And this your girl Tiffany coming through here live in effect. So you see the title of the topic. Why do black folks keep seeking validation from the Grammys? And this is a serious question. Why do we keep seeking validation from the Grammys? Why our community? I mean, is BT Awards not enough? Is the BT Hip Hop Award not enough? What about Soul Train Awards? As a matter of fact, what about all the other award shows that we watch on television? We watch the MTV Awards, American Music Maker, Billboard Awards, and I think VH1 got a award show as well. But why is it always got to be the Grammys? And then remember some years back they did this so-called boycotting. They were supposed to boycott the Grammys. What did that do? If y'all know, see, if our people know the history of how the Grammy was and is in the present, why continue to try to seek validation? Like for example, so Jay-Z got up there and he got his little awards and he complained about Beyonce not having album of the year, but she received a lot of Grammys. Well, here's my thing. First and foremost, your wife got a bunch of Grammys, okay? She already made her money. You know what I'm saying? She's already at that billionaire status. She already got the recognition. How many more do you want? How much more awards do she need to gain more recognition? So you saying that the Grammy needs to validate her to recognize her as an artist? I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. It don't make sense. But see, this is where the supreme mathematics come in, right? And we're gonna talk about the supreme mathematics, which is power and refinement. All right. So power and refinement basically means that you have the power and you refine or you define what your values are. And see, the problem is, as black people, we lack the power. We love to say black power, but we lack the power because we do not define our values. And we think our value is based on other people validating us, which is white folks, basically, because that's who running the Grammys, the white folks. So we looking towards white people to validate us in our music. You got your people in the inner city and those who are not in the inner city that listens to everything, listen to the music, support your music and all that. Why keep seeking validation from the people that has not been looking at us like we are worthy of? Why continue to reach out to a award show like the Grammys that don't care about your people? Why? Why do it? Why are you constantly doing it? You got the BET Awards. Is that not good enough? The Hip Hop Awards. Is that not good enough? The Hip Hop Honors. That's not good enough. My thing is Jay-Z got all them $1 billion. Why he can't create an award show? Why the hell if you know that Grammy is not treating black people right, why not create your own award show? I mean, to be honest, we look real crazy as a race of people. Me trying to get validation from everybody else, knowing that they not going to validate our asses. And yeah, and let me tell you something. There's people who done won Grammys and still have not gotten the recognition. A lot of people don't even know who they are on the mainstream level. You got people who won Grammys and still not getting paid as artists. You got people who got Grammys and still don't even own their rights, their masters, their catalogs. So what good is the Grammys? What good is the Grammys when you don't own your masters and your catalog, you don't get paid, and you're not really recognized on the mainstream level? What good is the Grammys? What the hell does a Grammy mean? It don't mean shit. It don't mean a thing. Gerald Levert, after he passed away, he got a Grammy, but how many people really know who Gerald Levert is? How many people know Gerald Levert? India Arie, I think she won a Grammy. How many people really know India Arie on the mainstream level? Come on now, let's be real. And that's many hosts of individuals. You got jazz artists that done got Grammys, but don't nobody recognize them. You got producers who won Grammy, but how many people recognize those producers? Not very many. So what is a Grammy really? What does that mean to have a Grammy? What does that mean? What does a Grammy look like? How does that prove to our community? Yeah, Killer Mike won a Grammy, but how many people really know who Killer Mike is besides those in Atlanta? Killer Mike ain't got the name like Outkast. He ain't got the name like T.I. Yeah, he got a Grammy, but other than that, he ain't finna get too much mainstream recognition because ain't not too many people know who Killer Mike is. So Grammy don't really mean shit. It don't mean shit for the average person. It ain't a win for all of us because what we benefit from a Grammy? Is the Grammy putting money back into our community? Is Grammy building up educational programs? Just like the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Where's the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Mary J. Blige, she got her Hollywood Walk of Fame. Guess what? She was still broke. What the hell is a Hollywood Walk of Fame when you got somebody like Mary J. Blige is broke? Like, what does that really mean? You can win all the awards all you want to, but if you don't own no masters to your music, you don't own no rights to your music, and you ain't got as much popularity, then it don't really mean a thing. It's just a piece of metal. Why do you think Kanye West took his doggone Grammy award and put it down in the toilet and started pissing on it? Why you think he pissed on that shit? Because he realized it don't mean a thing. It didn't mean shit to him. Yeah, we know his ass is delusional and fucked up and he a house Negro, but he was making a political statement at that time when he put that damn Grammy in the toilet and pissed on it. He let you know that that Grammy don't mean no shit. It don't mean anything. It doesn't benefit him. Hell, TLC let it be known that. Here's the thing. Back in 1996, TLC won a Grammy for the Sexy Crazy Cool album, right? No, was it Crazy, Sexy, and Cool? My bad. They won a Grammy, or I think they won two Grammys for the Crazy, Sexy, Cool album back in 96. And they reported in the backstage area when they had the little conference. Chili came up to the microphone. She said, "We're not going to sugarcoat it anymore. TLC is broke as broke can be." She said it. TLC is broke as broke can be. What did that mean? That means TLC generated 75 million worldwide, and they end up with $50,000 a piece off that Crazy and Sexy Cool album, according to T-Boz. They only got $50,000 a piece off that Crazy and Sexy Cool album, but they sold over 75 million copies. They won Grammys, but they was broke as fuck. They was bankrupt. And why? Because they manager at that time, who was Pebbles. Pebbles, who was their manager, fucked them over financially. They didn't own no rights to no music. They didn't know. They didn't understand the contract. See, they were young when they signed the contract. They were 19, 20 years old when they first signed over to LaFace record. You know what I'm saying? See, that's how they get you. They get you when you're young because you're naive and they know that you're full of excitement and you just want to be famous. So that's what they're going to gravitate to, somebody that's young as opposed to somebody that's older. But anyways, getting back to TLC. They signed their contract when they was 19, 20 years old. They didn't know what they were signing into. They didn't realize they was going to get played and get fucked over until 4 years later. Once that Crazy and Sexy Cool album came out, that's when they start realizing, oh, we ain't getting no money. Oh, where our money at? Somebody got to pay us. So again, what the hell did a Grammy mean to TLC? It was nice they had a Grammy. They felt like, hey, shit, this is nice. We appreciate it, but it don't really mean much when we broke as hell. That's basically what they were saying. We broke as hell. Yeah, we got the Grammy. Yeah, we won, but we ain't got no money. We ain't got no rights to our music. We fucked up. And they was letting people know how the business operate. It's a shady game. It's shady. You know, I just don't get it. I don't understand why we keep seeking validation. Why do our community continuously want to seek validation? Why is our community trying to gain value from the non-black community, which is the white community? Because basically, when you go mainstream, that means you appealing to white folks, Asian folks, you know what I'm saying, Indian folks, but particularly you're appealing to white people. So when you go mainstream, you're appealing to the white audience. That's basically what it means. You're appealing to the white audience. So why do we keep trying to get validation? Peace there, my friend. How you doing? Peace. Peace be upon you. How you doing? Why do we keep trying to seek validation? We're not good enough. But I think I know the answer. It's called inferiority complex. That's the answer. Inferiority complex. And it all goes back to the concept of what racism. I don't care what y'all think. I don't care what y'all say. It goes back to the concept of racism, which creates the inferiority complex. We have this inferiority mindset. This is why I said power and refinement, because we have not recognized the power within ourselves. Because if we truly know our power, we will not be looking for validation. So this creates the inferiority complex in us. No matter what our people say over here, but if the people over here don't recognize us, then we ain't good enough. And I don't see any other culture, to my knowledge, I don't see any other culture, Asian culture, Hispanic culture, you know what I'm saying? Middle Eastern culture, we don't see them going around trying to get validation from the Grammys. But we're the main ones doing it. Black people, we are the main ones trying to get validation from the Grammys. Because we don't understand our worth and value. But you know what? The type of culture that we have on a collective scale is a destructive culture. We don't have a culture that's something that's built on a solid foundation. We don't have a culture that we could sustain. Our culture is pretty much destructive. Our culture, you see, is sitting around social media. When you look in our community, what do you see? You see more destruction happen within our community than you see anything positive. That's our culture. And our culture is based on the lifestyle in the rap lyrics, based on what these rappers say. We see our eyes, or we see ourselves through the eyes of these rappers. And you're right, Philip. I agree with Philip. He said that's by design. I agree with you. That is by design. So that's where determinism come in. That's where determinism comes in, because it's created to be that way. So yes, I agree. We have not got out, or excuse me, we have not got out of the inferiority complex. Again, we have not got out of the inferiority complex. So we seek validation within ourselves through media. However, however we are portrayed on TV and music, that's how we see ourselves. And that's sad. That's really sad. And we don't realize that our culture goes deep than rap music, than violence. We got other part of the culture that we don't even pay attention to collectively. You know, something that our ancestors brought here to America. We don't pay that attention. We don't give credit to, because we don't see those cultural values and practices as being significant for us. We don't see those significance. So what you have is majority of our people, if we're gonna talk 5%, 10%, 85%, majority of the people that don't recognize the cultural values, right, is at the 85%. And those that do recognize the cultural value, however, they want to continue to play along and continue to try to seek the validation, is at the 10%. But the 5% know that we have values, we have cultural practices, right? We understand our work. And the 5% know that keep going to award shows like the Grammy and asking and pleading and begging to be validated, to be respected, is only going to make us look crazy. So the 5% really knows what's going on. The 10% knows, but the 10% choose to ignore it and continue to try to seek validation. But the 85% are swayed by the 10% and not swayed by the 5%. And the 85% will tell you, the 5%, that you're hating. And it's like, no, we're not hating. We just know what the real deal is. It's just you too damn blind to see what's going on. Because you following what the 10% does and you're not paying attention to the 5%. But anyways, you guys, that's all I wanted to talk about tonight. So I appreciate y'all. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. Share my channel. And until next time, peace and power elevation be to all of you. This your girl, Tiffany. And I'm logging off. Deuces. All right. Thank you.